Ladies and gentlemen, listeners and learners, welcome to our first episode of the Triforce of Shenanigans podcast. I am today's host, Levi.
I'm Brendan. You can't see me, but hi.
You will in the future.
Maybe.
I'm Gabe. I
You
think
will.
Brendan is in the witness protection program, so we'll
Yes.
never be able to actually see his face.
No.
Yeah, that's why, yeah.
We will one day, but we'll just it might
But
just
then we'll
be
have to
AI.
move.
Wait, one day.
But it'll just be
You see a ghost?
yeah, something like that. That's what. I don't know what's happening right now. I hate the college.
Oh shit, are we getting...
No, we're good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyway, so
I thought you saw a ghost.
I hate this already. So we have no idea what we're doing. I'm just gonna start off by saying that. So we're gonna
As
start
if
off.
that wasn't obvious.
So I'm gonna start off by doing something that I do know from other podcasts. We're gonna start off with small talk. How's everybody doing?
Is that like a joke or like size here?
Yeah, it's about your penis.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, in
Okay,
case
okay.
in case you weren't in case it wasn't
Not a lot
readily
to talk
obvious.
about, to be
In
honest.
case it wasn't readily obvious, we're not family friendly. So don't go play this for your grandma.
What?
Please.
Oh, I don't. Or do. Your grandma might
Your
be
grandma
here.
might be chill with
Grandma
this,
will
yeah.
love
But
it.
anyways,
It'll be great. Yeah,
anyways.
yeah, for sure.
how is everyone doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing, my guys?
Anything new
Oh,
in your
Gabe,
life?
it broke again. It broke again.
Yeah, you're.
Good?
There you go.
Yes.
Hey, we're good.
There you go. Doing great.
I just need to not touch this, I've learned.
Yeah, don't touch it.
Yeah.
As you touches it.
As I go up to touch it, yeah, it's great ideas up here.
Yep.
Mhm.
So how's everyone doing?
I said good. How
Anything
was
new
you
in your
two
life?
doing?
Anything new in your
No.
life is like
Nope.
no.
Nothing.
Really
No.
hoping my graphics card didn't decide it wanted to self-destruct. You know how it goes.
Yeah. You guys are bad at small talk. I'm gonna have to start deducting.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
bad at small
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
You shouldn't make small talk.
Do you want to hear
That
about
was
what's been
gonna
going
be
on? Do you want to hear about what's been
Yes,
going on? In
I
my
would
life?
love to know.
All right, so school started back up this week for Gabe and I. In case you can't tell, I'm in a dorm. Gabe is in his apartment. You probably couldn't tell that, but I'm in a college dorm all by myself. It's great. It's terrible. I hate it.
Oh, you
Um,
don't have a roommate. Okay.
No, I do not. But we started college back up for spring semester. Was it just this Monday? Yeah.
Yeah.
College, man, it's great.
As you can see, dorm life is good for Levi. You
Yeah,
know.
I want to kill everyone on my floor. Well, that's not true. Some people are pretty good. I just don't understand why we're
Only
hammering.
some people.
I don't understand why we're hammering the foundation of this building at fucking 5:20 in the afternoon. But whatever.
Cares, right? Yeah.
So let's see. So
can't control them.
semester's gonna be pretty chill. Besides human anatomy, great class. Terrible. It's really rigorous and difficult. Gabe, those packs of magic cards that you got me, I pulled some real winners.
Good.
I got 2 very powerful Hydras plus some other fun stuff. You know what? We'll start there. Chris, it's the 15th. How was everyone's Christmas breaks / Christmas?
Oh, it was fine.
Yeah.
Not terrible.
I don't know.
Took a excursion down to Nebraska to
I'm
see
so sorry.
other game.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm
It
so
was
sorry.
fine. It was fine.
It's
yeah.
not. No, it's Nebraska. It's really
Context.
not- yeah.
Me and Levi live in Wyoming.
Yeah, we're from
so-
Wyoming, so we give Nebraska big shit.
Context.
Actually, to be fair, I give all the Midwest lots of shit. It's
Makes
That's fair.
sense.
That's
very bland. You guys are all the same except for like Minnesota does fishing versus Nebraska does corn.
Yeah, that's
But
that's,
it's all
pretty much
but it's
wrapped it
all
up.
flat.
Yeah, no, you said you were driving past like Hawkeye Point in Iowa.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm going past the
So-
highest spot in Iowa.
Yeah. So Brendan, this is funny. So when I was driving back,
Okay.
from the cities for Christmas break, my dad and I were driving, and we drove right by the highest point in all of Iowa, and it was an anthill on the side of the road. I kid you not. It was literally like a mound of dirt on the side of the road. The highest point there is like half the height of the lowest point in Wyoming, or something like that.
Oh.
And it's literally
Wow,
just
you're
we're driving
pretty
on,
high up then.
and it's literally we're just driving on the side of a highway and we just come over this hill and there it is.
Just this
And
casual.
no, literally, it's just like, oh, there's the highest point, and I can still see out for miles. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, Midwest be like that.
It's been great.
Okay, Levi. What's
So-
what's the first topic we're having?
Yeah, so getting into the first episode, because we definitely know what we're doing. We are going to
Yeah,
talk about something that
obviously.
we all hold very near and dear to our hearts: video games. We all play video games. We all have great YouTube and someone has a better Twitch channel than the other two, but we all have great YouTube channels.
Levi, but
So Brendan is the biggest gamer of all of us, both in his channel and, well, maybe not the amount of time he spends, but he definitely has the biggest like following of people on his YouTube and Twitch channel.
I post every once in a while, like
He posts
Every,
like once
like,
a
you post
month.
like
Every-
seven
every couple
videos
months,
and just
I'll get like
every
3 videos and then
Yeah.
it'll be gone again.
But
like, I
for
won't do anything. It's great.
for reference, everybody, I'm gonna. Oh my God, why is this the way this is? Oh my great heavens.
Oh my great heavens!
Yeah. Okay, hang on. It's gonna look weird. Oh, why is it like this? Hang on. Oh, hey, don't look at that, everybody. So.
Oh, I definitely did.
Oh, I'm gonna look at that.
We're in a Discord with a bunch of people. This is us. We 3-manned the final boss of a raid in Destiny. We do a lot of Destiny stuff like that. So we do games pretty regularly, right? We're pretty good gamers. The three of us are. We could be better, but we definitely could be a lot worse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I-
people we
like,
know.
I saw something. It's like, oh yeah, only like 5% of like people who play Destiny have done GMs and shit. It's like, why
Yeah.
am I in the 5%?
Which
I
is
suck.
which is crazy
Yeah.
because we think like when we think of ourselves,
We
like, in
soloed
Destiny-
them. Well, me
Yeah,
and Levi
yeah.
soloed them.
and Gabe easily could if he just wanted to.
Yeah,
You could solo Birthplace of the Vile.
I
you could solo Devil's Lair. Like,
But
they're
so-
not hard.
But so when you think about things like that, like we don't consider ourselves necessarily like the best players in the world by any stretch of the imagination. But then when you think that doing a GM, only 5% of all players have ever done that, and we do those for fun.
Cakewalk, yeah.
Yeah, we walk through them. Every once in a while we wipe and we're like, damn, we suck. And sometimes we get to the final boss and we get an error code, which is really fun. But
Oh yeah,
my-
those are all.
We're not getting on that tangent
But-
right now.
so yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna ask a couple generic questions. We're gonna have some discussion. I'm gonna let you guys do some research, have some fun with it. You know the drill. So starting off, what is
Okay.
everybody's favorite video game and why? So here, I can start us off. I can start off this party really easily. So I'm gonna share my screen a lot because it's great. So.
'Cause it's great.
Because it's great. So if I go to my favorites folder, these are probably 4 of my favorite games of all time. So obviously Destiny is in there for me. Dungeon Siege is my classic favorite game. It's been my favorite game for a very long time. I played the absolute shit out of this game. GTFO, Brendan and I, and Gabe recently have been playing, but like Brendan and I grinded the fuck out of this game when it first kind of came out. And Subnautica is a game that I enjoy playing solo quite frequently. It's a lot of fun. It's very relaxing. So if I were to pick my favorite games of all time, I think Destiny would probably be my favorite game of all time. But I probably spent the most time playing Dungeon Siege of all time. But so those two would probably be my most favorite games of all time. This is single player experience. This is multiplayer experience. So
Nice.
So currently my current favorites I'm playing very similar to yours, Levi. Subnautica, Destiny, very much enjoying Balatro that just came out, but that probably wouldn't fall into like my favorites of all time. Honestly, for mine, I'm probably gonna have to go way back to when I was a kid.
okay.
And playing stuff on the Wii, which for me is unequivocally the best gaming console of all time, just because
Okay.
of how fun.
There's a hot take that we can get into in a minute.
Oh no, he's
it's-
lagging. Oh, we're fine. We're
Oh,
fine.
So we're going back to.
Welcome back.
So I'm going back to a game on the Wii called Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
The Lego Star Wars Complete
Mm.
Saga game.
The Lego Star Wars Complete Saga.
That's a
And
good
that I
game.
would have to say is my favorite game of all time, just because of when I was a kid, it brought me endless hours of entertainment.
Okay, I got mine. It's kind of basic. but like I don't play it that much anymore. But it used to be one of my favorite. It's Minecraft.
Oh, all
Ooh,
right.
that's a good
You
choice.
could do
too,
you could
yeah.
do a lot of stuff in Minecraft that you can't do in any other game. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very solid.
You
pick.
can
Yeah,
put
everyone goes
games
through there
into it.
2 week.
Yeah, you can literally
So-
code video games and other things into Minecraft. Have you seen the things
Yeah.
where people have played Minecraft in Minecraft?
Yes.
Dude, so
Have
okay.
you seen someone order something off of a computer
Yes,
on
I
a
have.
computer in Minecraft?
Yeah. So I will say this. Redstone is one of the few areas of Minecraft I never was able to get in. Like I could do generic, like, oh, put a hidden base here, put a wall right there, right?
Yeah.
I can do these general things, right? Some of the people who are like, ooh, if I
I
redstone
know.
the shit. Oh my god, dude. Like for starters,
Yeah.
get a life. Go touch grass, please. But second of all, the amount of time that it has to take somebody to just be like, ooh, I'm gonna build Minecraft in Minecraft with redstone.
Yeah.
Like what, bro?
Like what?
How
Or
how are
like-
you that smart? Like I can't.
Or
I am not that good at breathing. Like I wish
Yeah.
I could be that good at anything. But
Or
yeah.
like when someone like plays like a song in Minecraft, like they have a
Oh,
thing
yeah,
that
they've
plays
got
the
the-
whole
the-
song
the
Oh yeah,
note
with like the
blocks.
note
without
block and
missing
stuff.
a note or
Yeah.
anything.
Oh my god, dude. Like I said,
Like, I'm
redstoners.
like-
Redstoners are
Yeah,
crazy.
some of the stuff you can make.
Yeah.
You sound like it's a drug. It's a redstone.
The redstoners are crazy, bro.
No.
They're
no.
crazy, man.
Plus, I mean,
Crazy.
Minecraft being a very solid choice. Like everyone, like goes through the hey, there's 2 weeks where I just want to play Minecraft.
I'm kind of getting into that phase right now. I've been
And,
watching
and
Popular
it strikes
MMOs recently.
everyone.
I've been
like-
watching Popular
haven't been
MMOs a
playing
lot
any.
recently. I want to play it.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't played it in like a year or so.
But yeah, no, you're not wrong. Is that like at some point everybody's like, ooh, Minecraft phase. Like everyone goes through that quick little, whether they play or just watch like YouTube or something like that. Everyone kind of has
Yeah,
that little
yeah.
Minecraft phase where they're like, ooh, Minecraft. But yeah, Minecraft is such a good game just because the modding capability of
I'm
it.
glad
is really
I picked a
too.
good game.
Well,
Hey,
Minecraft-
there's no
yeah,
balance
Like you can
here.
play,
Okay, we're good.
yeah, you can play Destiny in Minecraft.
Yeah, you.
Fun fact.
Oh, can you really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Levi's like video idea.
Yeah, video game idea, interesting. But yeah, like I said, the endless modding possibilities of Minecraft plus the like the hours of content creation that's there. You can do anything from fighting, building, redstone, just exploring. Right? It really is probably one of the most perfect games. I don't like a lot of the changes that they've made recently to it. I miss 1.7.10. I think that was peak Minecraft era. But yeah,
Makes sense.
I miss the.
Was
good
that?
old days.
Let's see. Was that right before they like updated all the textures and everything that way?
No, 1.7.
I
That was,
actually-
that was 1.9 that they did that. 1.7.10
Ah, gotcha.
was
gotcha.
the update when they added. It was right before they did the combat overhaul where axes did more damage.
Was it?
Gotcha.
I don't
gotcha,
think
yeah.
so.
Was it?
I don't think so. I think that was 1.9.
You might be right. That might have been 1.9 too.
I
I know
think 1.9
1.9
was like a major overhaul.
I know 1.7.10 was what Orspawn was most compatible in, and that's why I prefer it. Is that
Yeah, it makes
sense.
Orspawn works best in that game. We played a little bit of a modded server when Gabe set it up, but Gabe set up some other dumb.
Gabe's working on another modded server here. so-
Yeah, the problem is he adds all the stupid gun mods and the nuclear bomb shit, and I just don't.
Yeah,
care for that.
I just want like the
give me
classic
season
challenge
6.
games
Give me
podcast
season
about that.
6 challenge pack, popular MMOs. Give me that. Play it endlessly. I love that. Those were the good old days. Back when I was happy.
Back when I
Anyways,
was happy.
yeah,
Quote
Minecraft
of
game.
the episode.
And Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Did you ever 100% that game? Just
Yes, I did.
you got all the gold bricks and everything.
Oh yeah, it took me forever, but yes, I did 100%.
Yeah, that was always fun. What was your favorite?
Yeah, there's a.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. There's a speed run for that game right now. That's and it's like 2 people in like 13 hours, or something.
That's actually really
It's like
impressive.
doing
to
it-
100%.
Doing it
100%
quick. I think
it,
it might
yeah.
be 14. I don't actually know
Still,
exactly how
that's-
much
that's
hours,
really
but
good.
That is
It's
impressive.
pretty- yeah, it's pretty quick.
What was your
I
favorite?
mean, that
episode?
game was also. Ooh.
Or your favorite like quest, I guess.
One of my favorites was, at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith,
That's the best one.
where you're flying in the space
the
up.
best
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
The best
That
one.
You
was
just
my
had to
favorite.
say Revenge of the Sith, and he's
That's
like,
the
I'm
best
on
one.
both.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so the final chapter of that one is really difficult because you get the stupid law. Because getting True Jedi on that,
Oh yeah,
if
the
you're
lava
trying
hop
if you're trying to
section.
get True Jedi and max and get like all the secrets in one go, you actually can't do it because you have to jump off and die in one of them. Right, you have to jump into lava for one of them, which loses you just enough money not to get True Jedi the first run through. So you have to do it again. But also, when I played that as a kid, my motor functions were very not good. So like, I would always jump too far and jump into the lava, and I'd sit there for like 10
Also,
hours
the
jumping into the lava.
perspective also made it hard.
Yeah, that was a goofy perspective, but I definitely enjoyed playing the first deal. I always played as the Vulture droid because it had such narrow fire, so you could always precisely hit exactly
Oh,
what
that's
you
fair.
wanted.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I loved the Vulture
Makes
droid, and I
sense.
was super good with it. All right, but moving on from favorite video games, both of which were great.
Okay,
video games,
okay. Least favorite video game.
We're gonna get to like bad video games in a
Oh.
minute. But what is
Oh.
objectively the best video game of all time?
Honestly, probably Minecraft, in my opinion.
That or controversial. I personally don't play it or like it. Roblox. If you're like a little kid, when you played it as a little kid, before you could pay for Minecraft,
That's
it was
fair.
Roblox.
That's fair. Yeah.
And still many little kids play it, I guess. I don't really know.
Yeah, I
I'm
think a
guessing.
lot of people still play it. I don't understand why. I've never
Not
been a
even
big,
little kids. Yeah.
No, I never played it.
I've never been a big
It's one of
Robloxer,
those
but it's
two,
one of
though.
those big it definitely is a big game that a lot of people still play, just like Minecraft. But
Yeah.
I think Minecraft just has, I don't want to say more to do. I think Minecraft is just more of like a sandboxy type thing, whereas Roblox there's like activities you can do. So like
Yeah.
Roblox is more like what's the giant server that you and I used to play on in Minecraft, Brendan?
Hypixel.
Hypixel. I think
Game new.
I think Roblox is more like a all around Hypixel style game. Again, I don't. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I think that's kind of what it's like. Where it's like there's a bunch of mini games you can always do. There's a bunch.
I'm
of, like,
pretty sure you could make your own.
You probably
game in there.
could, but like I said, I think that's what a lot of people do is they just like join they join for that aspect. Where
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we can go play. Plus, you can play a lot of different types of games a lot easier because people have already made things. Like I know you can play Five Nights at Freddy's, which
Mhm.
was definitely a big game when it first came out in Roblox. I know you can do. There's a few other like bigger games.
Five Nights
kinda-
at Freddy's is a good game too.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a great game. I think
All of them.
yeah,
all of 'em.
agreed.
Especially like what they did. Like, I'm not gonna say like lore wise, but yeah, kind of like lore wise.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was. I
all of
remember I
that
watched
maturity
every
as
single one of
well.
those Matt videos. The set like
Oh,
boom,
yeah,
it dropped. I'd be like, I
absolutely.
gotta watch it, see
Yeah.
if he was right about the
Spoiler
lore.
episode.
Oh god, those definitely had, and I think of those games, 1, 2, and 3 were the best. 4 was good, and so was Sister Location. After that, it kind of got weird fast, and like I'm not gonna say
Mhm.
like I stopped paying that much attention to it afterwards, but
Yeah.
I definitely paid less attention to it afterwards. But 3
Yeah,
was
that's fair.
3 was the game I was best at. But 1 and 2 had like 1 was the most like scary, I think, when you first played it, because it's the first one you play, and so you're like not expecting it to be like that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's just like outdated stuff, and then you get jumps. You're like, holy Jesus, I had a heart attack. Like, oh my god. And 2 was just like such an overwhelming number of things by the time you got to 1020 mode. You're sitting there and you're like, every time you leave the camera, you boom, put on the mask, flash, wind up the music box, boom, flash. Like, you're just going crazy the whole night. And then
So I never actually played Five Nights at Freddy's, like ever. I haven't played a single one of the games.
We're gonna have to,
Oh.
rectify that. Yeah, they were definitely fun. They, after a while, and once you get a strategy down packed, and if you know like the strategies right, like so in the first game, there's a strategy of you do the same strategy the whole time in 20 mode. You always have your camera only on Foxy. You go camera down, look at left door. If there's an animatronic door, you close it. Look at right, and if there's not, just light off, light. Look at right door, light on, and then close the door, and then flick up your camera. Boom, turn off door, left, right, door, monitor, right? So because that's what the strategy was for 420 mode, is that you can constantly look at Foxy, go back and forth, making sure nobody gets in your room, and just keep rinse and repeat over and over again. So like if you know like the uber meta strategies, the game is pretty easy and boring. I also saw one where you can technically beat the game without moving if you have your frame set to 2 frames, 2 FPS, because
it changes the
Yeah, it's
speed.
frame based. Yeah, it's frame based.
because the animatronics can't enter unless you like flip up the monitor or you move left to right or run out of power. And Foxy works off of frame base, so if you go at 2 frames a second, Foxy won't even reach the office by the time 6 a.m. hits. If you do it at 3 frames, he will hit your office at like 5 a.m. But if it's 2 frames, you're set. It's kind of weird.
Who figured that out? Honestly,
I don't know.
Can you
People that
imagine,
have way
like,
too much
if I
time.
set my frame rate to 2 frames.
Yeah, but so like I said,
Well,
that's definitely a good game. That
People
is,
figure out that it was frame based,
Yeah.
so they was
That's
just they
fair.
just
Probably just, like,
slowly
had a
went
mind
lower
game.
and lower until they got it.
right.
Probably.
Yeah, like I said, that's definitely a good game that if you haven't played, I'd definitely check it out. I think a game that used to be like really really good that
Okay.
I think it's good now still, but it's not as good as it once was, and maybe I'm just
Okay.
biased because of how much we played it. Phasmophobia used to be such a great game, and still is a fun game to play. But like, I remember when Brandon and I used to run around the high school.
When you go in, to
And the
high
only
school
t-
and
and-
you had infinite sprint and they can never catch you.
and they can never
and
catch
if
you
it did,
unless it's a revenant. Exactly. I was talking with I think I was talking with Alyssa and Elena, and even nowadays, like I go in, I get a piece of evidence, and I hunt, and I get a ghost hunt, and I can limit it down to what between like 1 or 2 ghosts of what it is. It just takes me a couple minutes to be like, it's not this, it's not this, it's not this. It could be that, but I didn't see this, so it's this, 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 and this. Boom! It must be one of these 2 based on how it hunted. It's this, right? I can do that in games, or in that game because of how much we played in the past. But I think one of the great things is that like it used to just be that kind of fun where it's like, oh, we played the game so much that we just kind of know what we're doing, and we'll speed run and we'll do this, or we'll come up with fun challenges where we'll go to the high school and we'll teach the ghost like the lessons. We'll teach it about fingerprints, and then it'll hunt us. It was so much fun. You could do so many things, and like while you can still do that now, because of the stamina chain, and all the games went through a phase where stamina is now a huge thing. Like every game has gone through a phase where that is true that we played. It went through a phase where you used to be able to do infinite sprinting or do a fun little like movement that was really quick, and then they pulled it out because of how good it was, which totally makes sense. But you know, it was so much fun being like it was so much fun being like, oh, we're gonna run around the high school, and oh my god, it's catching us, it's a revenant, one of us has to survive, right? It was just fun like that. Or we just run around until we just were like, all right, oh hey, by the way, apparently it's fingerprints on the door, it's a Hantu or whatever, you know, like something stupid like that. But so I definitely think that's up there for one of the best games. But again, they changed stamina. And that's probably what I would pull out. Why I'd pull GTFO out of one of the best games of all time, is that the stamina changes they made really hinder your gameplay ability. Right, you can't low man as easily as you could back in the day with like your bee hopping or the slide jumping.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Wii Sports.
So.
Yes, I can understand it, but it's also the same game. Like,
yeah. So I think go ahead.
I don't know how to explain it, but no, I don't know how to explain it.
So I think Wii Sports is a great game, especially with a group of friends. It's great to just be like, oh, we're trying. It's kind of like Mario Party or Mario Kart, where you can just turn off your brain, have a good time, joke around with each other. But if you're doing it by yourself, it's a little bit like, it's kind of right. Like if you're doing it by yourself, sword play or like the sword fighting is kind of like one of the main things you go to.
Not like Wii Sports Resort, like Wii Sports, just like the main game.
Okay, that's fair. It's not a bad game. I think it's definitely more of like one of those party games.
That's fair.
Than
fair.
like a solo, right? Like the thing about the games that we said, like Minecraft or games like that, Roblox, you can play them by yourself or you can play them in a group, and I think that's what helps elevate it to another level of like, oh, it's super good. Which is why I think I pulled GTFO off the list. Is that like, yeah, you can solo some levels and you still can do that, and you can play with the bots, although they're bad. But like,
yeah, I did that once and decided not to do that again.
The old movement made soloing, and to be fair, it made being in a party of 4 good players really easy to beat a lot of levels. But the difference of I can solo levels pretty easily because of my movement versus I now have to rely on the bots being smart and me also playing really well and finding the right resources and being precise on things. It's still, it adds an extra layer of challenge, but it definitely pulls out some of the best game of all time possibilities.
Okay.
But now, while we're on the topic of best-ish, let's talk about video games that should have been great or were overhyped and are not as good as they should be. So bad video games. And I have an example if you guys need an example.
Are you talking like Fortnite? Like
No, so I think
like it should appeal to like everyone. But
so
it
I
just
think
doesn't,
so
you
I
know?
think Fortnite is actually a good game. I'm not a huge fan of it, and I preferred
I'm not-
for like those battle royale style games. I preferred PUBG and things like that. But I think that if you're gonna go with something like that, I also preferred like the Call of Duty mobile even over Fortnite. But I think if I'm gonna go with something like that, I think I'm gonna go with like. Did you guys hear a lot about Star Wars Outlaws?
Oh yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Not much.
So Star Wars Outlaws was trying to be the Star Wars Spider-Man for PlayStation, right? Like the PlayStation Spider-Man. It was trying to be that, but for Star Wars. You were a rogue who went across the galaxy doing bounties and doing fun missions, and there was a main storyline. But the problem was that you couldn't really get outside of the storyline to do extra quests until you'd completed the storyline. But some of the upgrades you wanted to beat the storyline a lot easier, you couldn't access because you needed to beat it. And so it was this weird like catch-22 of I can't do either thing until I beat the one thing, but I can't beat the one thing until I get this thing. It was really difficult. That end, halfway through their designing, they tried to make it what is now the new hottest game on the market, Marvel Rivals or Overwatch. They kind of tried to do like an Overwatch style Marvel Rivals type deal in it, and it or like for animation and for gameplay, and it didn't quite work out. And it easily should have been one of the biggest successes in history, right? We don't have a lot of good Star Wars games on the market, right? We've got the Fallen Order games. Battlefront is a good game, but it hasn't seen updates, and at this point, either people are in cheating lobbies or everybody is modding them to make it cooler. But your options are pretty much Battlefront, the Survivor games, the Jedi Survivor games, or Galaxy of Heroes, which is the mobile game. Because unless you're going to go back and play Battlegrounds, which is like the Age of Empires version of Star Wars, which is fine, but it's a lot more complicated and a lot different and weird. You don't have a lot of good Star Wars games on the market, and the Old Republic games, like Star Wars The Old Republic, SWTOR, and KOTOR, those take up an insane amount of storage space. Like I have them on Steam, but I can't install them if I have Destiny, if I have GTFO, if I have any other big game on my computer, I have to forego the other games. I have to forego that game because it's just such an insane amount of storage space on your computer that for a game that's outdated pretty much. So that's one of those where I say that's a bad video game. It should have been super good, and it just wasn't, right? Or alternatively, you could go with like an overhyped game, right? If you're going for overhyped games, there were things. At the time, I'd say Fortnite was probably one of them, but maybe look.
Yeah, it was way too overhyped.
So
when it
this
first
might be
came out,
one
'cause
that
everyone and their brother was playing it.
this might be one that I just personally didn't enjoy, but Baldur's Gate 3 for me. Like I heard all this hype surrounding it, really built
Okay.
up, and then I downloaded it and played it, and it's like, this
Is that the
isn't
one with the
that-
bear fucker?
Yes. I did not do
That
that.
happened in the Discord.
Just want to make that clear.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I
So,
just-
okay.
yeah. So
yeah,
I-
it just didn't seem to be what it was hyped up to be.
So I think the
Okay.
problem with a lot of the Baldur's Gate deals is that they seem to have this idea, and this is a thing about D&D lately. And I'm gonna date myself, even though I'm 20. I'm gonna date on how old I think. I think D&D kind of jumped the shark and went off the deep end, in my opinion. There's a lot of things that obviously to sell new product, you have to kind of do this little bit of power creep and do this wow factor every time you make a new expansion, right? If Destiny's expansion was Beyond Light every time, everyone would be like, we get it, Beyond Light was great, can we get something new, something interesting, right? So like I totally understand that power creep is a thing and wow factor is another thing that has to happen for stuff to come out with. But I think what they tried to do is they tried to they tried to do everything all at once, and then when they ran out of ideas, they're just like, oh, we'll just do everything. We'll just allow for any possibility in the world. And so, like I said, with the bear sex, you can, as a character, you can have sex with the bear. It's like, it's a video game. You don't need to have sex with a bear in a video game. You don't need to have sex with a bear in real life.
Why would you want to have this?
But that's my point. Is that
Oh,
somebody
dear God.
somebody sat down and was like, ooh, I wonder if
Sex
it'll
with
let
the
me
bear.
have sex with
Got
a
it.
bear, and then they tried it and it let it, and it. After that, it's
Then
like,
it didn't, and it was like, what the heck? And they went on like Reddit. Like,
Reddit
we can't fuck a
complained.
bear. blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
exactly. But so I think they just jumped the shark, and because of how much they tried to do that, it was just kind of one of those where it's like, oh, maybe this game isn't so great after all. Like, because I know Baldur's Gate 1 was really good, and Baldur's Gate 2 was. I've heard good things about Baldur's Gate 2.
Okay, I got one. It's not. I don't know if it's on topic, but I got a game that I don't like because of the movement
Okay.
aspect of it. So it's like So how do I explain? It's called Undermine. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys heard of it, but so basically it's like a top-down game, and like you would suspect like you to like click places or like move your mouse to guide it, and you can't. You have to use your like keyboard to guide with it, which makes it like 4 times like harder to aim with it because it's easier to aim like with a mouse or something.
Right.
So I feel like it should be and it has no option to be mouse control.
Okay.
So it's not like oh, I just didn't turn it on. There's just no option, which is stupid in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which I think it would be a fun game if you could do that, but you just can't for
Yeah,
some reason.
and that's fair. It's just like it would be better if you could do this, but you can't, and so it isn't because of
Yeah.
that. I get that.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's another game?
But also that could have been the person about the bear fucking. You know, like, I can't do that, so it's just a shit game.
Right.
oh.
And like if you're into that, if like that's your thing, if that's what you play video games to do is to go fuck bears.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't.
But there's got to be some porn website for you, man. There's got to be a porn game out there that you can do that and not ruin a D&D game. Like, right? Like, I guarantee
Any
you
game, you know.
that if you looked up bear sex games online, you could
Please
find.
don't.
You could find. I'm not saying that you should. I'm not saying that you should even think like that's a messed up thing. And if you really want to try that,
That's a
maybe-
wild statement.
Get it wild because bear. Maybe, but if you really think that that's gonna be a great time, maybe go try it in the wild. I'm not gonna say you should, but if
Hey,
you're gonna,
you
but if you're gonna not go do it in the wild, maybe think about why we don't have that in video games.
Right.
Right, like it, like you know, if all of a sudden I got magical powers from a giant ball in the sky, you bet your ass I'm gonna go be fighting aliens left and right. Destiny has
Yeah.
that where if I could, I would. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna go fuck bears just because I can. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
right.
I'm not. Like if all of a sudden I have the ability to talk to bears and the bears are like, damn, how about you fuck the shit out of me? I'm gonna look at them and be like, how about I don't? Take care.
No.
How about no? Right? Like I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing.
It- No, I think it's for only certain people that think that.
See, and I think Steven joked about it. I don't even think he actually. Oh, he's kind of a goofball.
I did.
He
Yeah,
might.
yeah,
He
yeah,
might.
yeah,
See, I can't tell. I can't tell if he would or if he wouldn't.
yeah.
So now we're gonna do the opposite. What are games that did not do as well as they should, as you think they should have? What are games that should?
GTFO in the beginning. The beginning of GTFO. I think it should have got like way more like YouTube, like a recognition besides just Markiplier.
Yeah, Mark was
Yes,
kind of like the only
Markiplier.
one that was like the big.
Yeah,
channel
but
that
there's
did it.
like no big ones that did
Yeah.
it besides him.
That's totally.
Or
fair.
even not big.
That's
Like not
totally
even
fair.
not big. Maybe like not as big as him, like even like hundreds, like I mean like tens of thousands only of subscribers.
Right.
Like not even like those people tried it.
right.
They will only if they did was because of him.
That's totally fair.
That's one of the games. I don't know another yet,
Gabe,
but that's a game.
you got any ideas?
I don't know.
Well, what's a game that you like playing that not a lot of other? I swear to God, he's gonna say his Bieber game.
Oh,
Please don't.
Timbermore. No, it's just
Yeah,
a,
you
it's just a
could.
fun kind of idle sitting there.
That's fair.
I mean, I very much enjoy it, but I do see how not everyone would enjoy it.
I couldn't.
So that would make sense. It's like a base building game. I like those. Not everybody likes those. So I mean, it makes sense that it's not a huge thing.
Yeah.
I can't stand those. I can't do base building,
Mhm.
which is like
I know one of my favorite games at this moment that I didn't include was Satisfactory, which is another one of those base building games.
Satisfactory on paper looked fun, but then I sat there and I was like, so I
Oh,
watched.
it's another overhyped game. Okay.
I watched
We're going
Mark
back.
so I watched Mark Bob and Wade play that. And at first I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that looks like so much fun. I want to play that game. Then I was like, wait, do I actually want to play that game or do I just think that they're hilarious?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think
That's
it's
how I
that
feel
way.
about some of the games. I'm like, do
And
I
that's-
really
and
want to
that's-
play this?
And that's how I
Let's
felt
see.
about it is like cuz like I've seen other people I watch other people play it and like other people when I watch them play GTFO I'm like, "Whoa."
Did you guys ever
Whoa.
hear of the game
No.
Inscription?
Yes.
I think I have. Wait, doesn't Markiplier play
Fantastic
it?
game. Yes, it does.
Great
Fantastic
game,
game.
right?
Fantastic game. I think it should have gotten. I will say this.
That would be mine.
I will say
it was
this.
a very
Okay.
The second half of that game where you're playing the computer
not as good,
Don't
but like
care.
the beginning,
with Lenny, or
Yeah.
yeah. What's his name?
Leshy.
Leshy. That's what it is. That's close.
Yeah, very good, very
good
good.
game. See if I had to say a game that was not as popular as it could have been. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to think on this one. Hang on, we don't have time for thinking, Levi.
You
Great.
got this. No, I believe in you.
Great googly moogly.
Coming
Destiny
for that
2.
booty. I don't know.
No, Destiny 2 just got fumbled really hard by
Oh God, yes.
Sony,
by
technically.
yeah. So I'm not even
By
gonna
their
blame
higher
Bungie. I'm
ups.
gonna blame Sony. Yeah.
Like they're
Um,
taking, like, yeah, all the people that are working on the game are taking all the backlash, even though it's the
Yeah.
people that, like, the CEOs should be the ones taking all the shit, but they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. What is a game? Oh, you know
Oh,
what?
it's a game that you play like one
Oh.
game.
What game?
I don't know. You said what's a game, and I was like, I don't know how to explain a game. So.
Oh, gotcha.
I was trying to make a joke, but I didn't know how to explain it.
There is no game.
Oh, you know what? Have you
I
guys
got a
ever
topic,
Heard... Oh, okay.
but keep going. No,
Have you
keep
ever
going.
heard of the Bad Dream series?
Nope.
No.
So the Bad Dream series is a series where you play. It's a point and click style.
It's like a horror game.
Yeah, it's a point and
Yeah.
click style horror game that's drawn very minimally. So everything is like it looks like sketching on like a piece of parchment or something
Oh.
like that. And it doesn't have like it's not like spooky or anything. It's just kind of like a creepy, eerie game where like you have different objectives. Like one of them is called the Butcher, where you're trying not to lose all your fingers as you point and click around. But if you point and click in the wrong spot, you might lose a finger. And so then your hand will end up looking like this, and you'll be running around. And then if you lose another one, it might be this or something. And then maybe it's this, and you're over here like, and then it's this, and you're like, I got my thumb left. Right? It's a really interesting style game that I've only seen Mark play it, and I think he's one of the only people that like I was. I know a game that should have gotten. Hang on, I'd like to revoke.
Oh,
my
no, go
save.
back. No. Finish this one.
It's-
Then you can go to that one.
It's a very interesting creepy like style creepy game that's kind of cool.
Mhm.
That like you play it through it once and you understand the whole concept of it. There's nothing new to add or subtract. Like if you play through it once, you play through it 100 times. It's the same game 100 million times. But it's a cool once playthrough. The game I just thought of. Have you guys ever seen Paper Mario Sticker Star?
Maybe.
Okay, so all the Paper Mario games are pretty similar, right? Bowser does something and you got to go stop him as Paper Mario, and you can do like weird foldings of the paper and stuff. So what this one is it's a combination of stickers and like you being paper. So you get to find different like sticker like shoes and like different like abilities that you use in your stamp book. And when you fight enemies, you use these stickers to beat the different enemies. You can go around the world and find like there's like hidden doors you can put stickers on to like enter and find unique abilities. You can turn real world items into stickers you can use. So like you can find a pair of scissors that will shred other pieces of paper. It's a really interesting game, and I used to play the shit out of it on 3DS back when that thing still worked. God, when did the 3DS come out?
PSs were so good.
When did
Like
the-
those.
Like 2007 or something like that, or 10 or something. I know there's a
Don't you
3
will about, like-
age up there, but
say what you will about Nintendo and like the Switch and all of their consoles are at least original. Like
Yeah, that is true. They have
you
really
start
good,
out with like
yeah.
the
Where it's not like
the
Xbox versus
original
PlayStation,
Nintendo
where it's just like the
consoles.
same thing but different games on each
Yeah.
one. Like they're literally the
Yeah.
same thing, and everyone just is like, I like
Yeah,
this one. It's like
yeah.
they're the same console. You're just in denial.
They just
Yeah,
look
Nintendo
different.
with the
like,
handhelds like Game Boy,
Yeah,
DS. Then you go to the
Yeah.
Wii,
yeah.
then the Wii U, which was kind of like a failed
The Wii
cross
U.
between the Wii and the Wii.
Well, and then
the
and now they
Wii.
have the Switch, which is like super famous for party games and stuff.
The Switch is great in my opinion.
Mario Maker on the Wii U was really successful, and I remember that was really good.
That's fair.
Okay.
And maybe it was just because I never got a Wii U, but I feel like
I
that
didn't either.
console didn't do.
I haven't Wii U either.
All right, and then I got one more question for us before.
Can I do one question before that? Sorry.
I'm gonna say yes
Before
because
your
I'm
last
afraid
one?
I'm fearful
Sorry.
for my life.
I'm sorry. Okay, what's a game that you think is like a game that you would never play, but it like looked extremely cool? Like you don't want to play it, but like you love watching the game because
Okay.
you won't be as good as playing it. If that makes sense.
Interesting.
So going with your original statement was like a game that looked really cool that I never played. So when I was a kid,
You started lagging.
I would keep me one.
Oh.
Uh oh.
He's dying.
Switch
He's
and
been
everything
dying.
like that. Oh god. Am I back? Are we good?
Yeah, now you're back. Restate your whole
Okay,
statement.
Okay. So when I was a kid, I would see ads for Destiny.
God
Oh.
dang it, man.
Apparently we can't.
Apparently Gabe is
Apparently
being
we can't talk
Gabe
about
is being-
Destiny.
Gabe is being
Oh, that
taken
really
out.
that honestly. But I like my
Right.
internet's getting destroyed apparently.
Right, of
Are
course.
we good? Are we okay?
For now,
You're
man.
back, you're back.
Okay, I'm gonna
We're talking
try
about
again
Destiny,
and watch as
apparently.
soon as I start trying.
It's
like,
kind of
internet
laggy.
will go
Yeah,
out.
don't worry.
Okay, so let's try this again. When I was a kid, I used to see like commercials and stuff for the original Destiny, and that looked really, really fun. Like the original ones was like Cade and like all of that.
Because
like,
if we're
very,
going
very
down,
fun.
we're going down fighting.
So get some big guns.
No,
No,
literally,
I'm serious.
go get
Go
big
grab
guns.
big
Go
guns.
get the biggest guns you can find. Yeah.
But no, it looked so good, and I just never played it.
Okay. Levi, do you got a game that looks fun that you never played, or that you know that you will never want to play it,
So-
but you like watching people?
So one of the games
I
that
guess
I
it's a
really
two-question.
enjoy watching on Mark was oh god, I'm an idiot. Oh, Prey. It's called Prey. And it's kind of like an alien isolation style horror game. I don't know if you see much of that. But it's a really interesting game, and I really like the concept of it. But I watched him play through that so much when I was like younger that I just am like, I don't really care to I already know how the gameplay works, and like maybe I could
Yeah.
optimize it and be way better or something like that. But like it's only a storyline. There's no like extra world deals. There's nothing outside of the storyline. It is the storyline and that's it. And so I just am like, I don't really know if I'd ever play it. Another one that
Okay.
I could say for that one is Subnautica 2.
Oh,
So, sorry, Subnautica Below Zero, not
Oh,
necessarily
Below
number two,
Zero,
but
yeah.
the second Subnautica that came out, not the one that's coming out soon. So when that first came out, so Subnautica, as I showed at the beginning, is one of my favorite games of all time to play. I love playing it. I think it's a great game. But I think what I liked about it so much is that it was intended to be like a solo game, right? It was intended for you to be stranded alone. And so I played the absolute shit out of that game. I have scanned all the creatures to my very, very big disgruntlement of Reaper Leviathans. I scanned everything and I went and did all that stuff. And it's a great game, and there's a lot of different ways you can play that. It's kind of like it's not quite Minecraft in the sense, but it's kind of like Minecraft where you can build, you can fight all the creatures, you can explore, you can build, or you can like go around and see all the different things. You can get all the fauna and flora scans. I know when Alyssa plays it, she tries to get every plant in the game and make a big farm or make a big garden because she's a psycho. Whereas I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna beat the game in record time and avoid all the Reaper Leviathans if I can, because fuck those things. Hell no, I hate those things. But so everyone plays the game a little bit differently. But then when Subnautica Below Zero came out, the other thing about it was that everything was kind of a mystery, right? The architects, or not the architects, the precursors, what they're called, the alien race, the precursors, they were a mystery. We had no interaction with them besides what they had left behind, and we had no real knowledge of what they were besides that they kind of looked like the warpers, the guy that teleports you all around. We knew nothing else besides that they were an advanced alien race and that they kind of looked like warpers, maybe, and that they all died out. That's what we knew about them. And it was kind of interesting to learn that, wow, this alien race died off, and yet one survivor is able to figure it all out to survive. That was kind of a cool accomplishment. And then we get to Below Zero, and we're supposed to be alone again, but we've got a giant ship above us that sends all the things down. The creatures in the game weren't as terrifying, right? Like the monsters that were supposed to be the new Reapers and the new scary things weren't really as scary as the Reaper Leviathans. Like, nothing gets me quite like that roar of the Reaper. It is terrifying.
Like, I remember when I played Below Zero, I was going there. I saw Chalicerate, and I'm like, that's nothing. Like, it just didn't have the same fear factor, and I don't know why.
And like, I know the Shadow Leviathan is kind of creepy and all, but like, it's not. It was supposed to be its take on the Ghost Leviathan, and the Ghost Leviathan I never thought was creepy, but it was more unique. It was like a whoa. It's like a hammerhead shark that's also like a bioluminescent like eel. It's really cool. Whereas the ones, the Chelicerates and the Shadow Leviathans just felt like everything in Subnautica had a real world like comparison to it in the original Subnautica game. In Below Zero, it was kind of just like we're making cool big fish, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but what was so scary is the fact that when I saw Reaper Leviathan, I went, there's something like that in our oceans. That's fucking terrifying. Whereas the Chelicerates are from prehistoric times. They were an old fish from prehistoric times. It's like, okay, that's not as scary because it's not as real, and the map was smaller. The story wasn't quite as in depth. We ended up meeting one of the precursors, which kind of ruined the whole first game. And I think the ultimate point of the story was to rebuild him somehow, and so that he could. And it's like the whole point of the first Subnautica was that they couldn't help us because they died out, and now one got to the other side of the planet through the deep water, like through the dead zone waters that you can't survive. Like, it just seemed kind of weird, and it didn't seem like it should have been there. And I think I'm excited for Subnautica 2 to come out. I think a multiplayer Subnautica will be cool, but because
it has to be built for multiplayer.
Exactly. Whereas this one was trying to leech off the isolation vibes of the first one, but then gave us a person to interact with and gave our characters voices, and it just kind of like disconnected you. Whereas before, the voice lines you got for our character were when you took fall damage. So that would be my other contender.
Okay, now what's your final question?
The final question is, what's a video game that you want to get or you are excited for it coming out?
I generally don't know.
Subnautica 2.
All right, fair enough. One that I know I was
I mean,
excited
that's really
for.
the only one
One that I was excited for. Well, Destiny 3. No,
That's not coming out. That's not coming out.
Not for at least a long time. No, one that I actually was looking on Steam and it's on sale right now. Brendan, I know you've played some of this. Demonologist.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good game.
I know we've talked about
It's good.
playing that game, but yeah. But yeah. All right. Well.
Okay, Demonologist. I do have one. Demonologist. I copied Levi's, but that game is fun. It looks fun. I played like the demo version of it. I don't have the real one.
It's only
I'm not
it's only
afraid to buy it
$10.
either.
It's only $10 on Steam right now. It's 35% off. So
Yeah. I'm not afraid
Oh,
to like
shit.
buy it either. But yeah.
But I think with that being said, that is going to wrap up our first session of our podcast. Great job, everybody. Points are going to be assigned as such.
Yay. Brendan
not-
gets 0.
We're not
Gabe
doing-
gets 0. Levi gets 0. We all tie.
Actually, I have written down here that
Okay.
Levi gets plus 10 points. You're probably not going to be able to see it if you read Levi plus 10. So
Oh, plus 10 what? It was
Uh,
chickens. Haha, we got him good.
Dang it, he got me. It
I don't know why I
was.
said
It actually
chickens.
was chickens. He was not wrong. It was actually chickens. But So I think that's gonna wrap it up. So thank you all so much for listening or watching. Be sure to go find us on our YouTube and Twitch channels. Gabe is Gabe Prime on both YouTube and Twitch.
Yes.
Yes.
Brendan Plays on YouTube. Brendan Plays 121 on Twitch. He could be Paranormal Overdose Games. Adventures of the
No one
Wild.
knows.
He could be Adventures of the
You
Wild
can't.
too, but we don't remember
You-
to access that channel. So, shh.
That's
you-
so sad, man.
And I am Levi the Killer 43 on both YouTube and Twitch. So thank you all so much for listening or watching, and we'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace out, guys.